Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HBars 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the yellow Delhi Sultanate. We have ZertoN, ZertoN, I'm probably butchering that, versus the magenta Abbasid Dynasty. We have LoueMT. Let's see now, Delhi Sultanate versus Abbasid Dynasty. We've got free research, as well as Ghazi riders and elephants. Versus the Abbasid Dynasty, which has golems and camels. Camels should be very... Does camel ease affect elephants? They rate Cartard cavalry, but maybe only affects horses. I'm not exactly sure. Got Tower of Victory, Military Wing. Military Wing will give them out basic defense force. What we'll see in Feudal Age, relatively similar. We got Ghazi Riders, which are similar horsemen, slightly better, but nothing too spectacular. And his opponent, they can't deploy out anything fancy in that age. Or camel archers, I suppose that is something fancy. You can go for some camel archers to support any sort of engagement and fast engage for the melt help fight against the Ghazi Riders if there's a large number of them on the field. Archer range now going on up. And we have this little strike force advancing forward. Got an unclaimed sheeple right there, and the deer have not been claimed either. Magenta's advancing forward. Does get a good amount of these berries collected. Does get some good damage there. Does get some damage there. Townsend arrows are firing away, getting some damage, defensive damage. We got additional archers now being deployed in field. Yep, looks like just gonna go for mass production for archers. Now we got yellow archers trying to be deployed in field. Of course, with the Tower of Victory, they do have increased attack speed. I'm not sure it's 15 or 20%. The tooltips here says 20%. The tooltip here says 15%. Oh, it looks like they actually finally fixed it, so it says 20%. Archers advancing forward. We got 4 archers versus 3 and 2 spearmen. Going for a blacksmith there, maybe eyeing for some pierce armor research. Does use a skull to heal this guy up. Does withstand an extra arrow because of it. Doing a good job of defending right there. And these forces are soft retreating away. Down here it's just a scout. Yellow's archers now seeing a bit of hits. Get some good damage there on that archer. And one of these villagers is actually idle right here, so that needs to be readjusted. Probably too busy trying to micro. We have 4 archers versus 7 on the field at least. They're still streaming on in. And he only has the archery range as well. And so these spearmen still unupgraded from the from the military wing. Excuse me. He does not have boot camp research just yet. Scout received a bit of damage right there. It looks like Magenta's dying to fall back. Yellow's just probably regrouping. He's starting to advance on forward. He still has a scout on the field, so he may want to bring that over here. Now I do have a Ghazi Rider on the build queue. The Ghazi Rider should be very effective versus archers. We do have these palisade walls going up. He's on to capture some sacred sites. The sacred sites are very close over here. And he will be going to the far one. He may not have that area scouted out just yet. We got these archers facing forward. Still just regular spearmen, not hardened spearmen. He's getting out barracks now. And Yellow Scout will spot these walls going up. More of these walls have been deployed. Over here we do have the scout moving around, and we do have these archers falling back. And we got multiple sacred sites now being captured up. Ghazi Rider received a bit of damage. The Ghazi Rider does find some hits there onto that scout. Over here, Magenta's going to pull out some walls. Multiple sickle sites have been captured, and got the single Spearman Iron to stop that capture. He does have hardened Spearman research and does take out that scout there. Very nice. Spearman will get some stats on the Scholar. Take that, nerd. Now we do have Siege Engineers and Hack Armor being researched. He does have Pierce Armor, Pierce Damage. And now we've got these archers advancing on forward. Oops. Thank you for the follow, LoueMT. Get some good hits there on the Ghazi Riders. As with the +1 Pierce Armor, so these archers will do 2 damage each with a 5 base damage. So their damage is minimal for the Ghazi Riders, so they're more effective as a counter. But Magenta's now going for some Pierce damage, which will increase the damage output against those Ghazi Riders by 50%. Now got a big line of palisade walls there, though one of them does get cancelled. Magenta's archer will find a good volley there. Over here, the Spearman will get overran by these Ghazi Riders. Yep, I do live casting. I do the live casting for those replays every Saturday and Sunday, starting around 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not 3 a.m. Not yet, at least. We do have now the archers now getting flanked by some of these Ghazi Riders. Spearman not really hitting these Ghazi Riders all too well. They're trying to run away from the archers, trying to get some good damage there onto these archers. You're welcome. Granted, that's assuming there's no interruptions. We do have these Ghazi Riders trying to charge forward, trying to get some good damage to these archers, doing a good job stutter stepping. Does get his research boot camp there to increase the health of these forces. That would have been helpful to go earlier on. It is a relatively cheap upgrade, so perhaps we really should have got that earlier on. It's good damage there. We do now have another archery being pulled out right there. All of the Spearmen down. Ghazi Riders are almost down as well. Down to 12 health. A little bit overkill there. Scholar gets hit. Another Scholar does go down. Let's focus on the Scholar first. Now hitting the archers. These archers do have increased attack speed, while these guys will just got its increased health there. 10 plus 10 health is important. Does take an extra 2 arrows to kill them off. Although maybe not exactly, because it always depends how the map goes. Archers backing on off, trying to get some good damage there onto the Ghazi Rider. Did get the combat sprint there. Now the archers now engaging the archers. We got 7 archers here, 6 archers here. It's going to be relatively even with the high plus health and increased attack speed. It looks like yellow will be focused down there. We got more Ghazi Riders, more archers being pulled on the field. And now got the Spearmen ready to poke some stuff. Does collect up a lot of that wood there. He's going to eye a different wood deposit relatively soon. And now Magenta's going for his Pierce Armor. That would have been helpful to get, but of course, it does cost money, unlike his opponents. We got Hack Damage and Hack Armor now being researched by the Sultanate, and that means he also has 2 blacksmiths, so once he gets up to the next age, he can quickly research the other upgrades. Ghazi Rider is charging forward. Scout or Spearman did not get any spear braces there. And his handful of Spearmen can be focused down by these archers, no problem. So they do have increased health. They have 14 additional health, so we'll take additional arrow. Potentially up to 2 additional arrows. Ghazi Rider is charging forward. Does see the good volleys there. And they will go ahead and start engaging. Archers are now engaging archers. And I don't think Magenta's force is doing all too well. Though the Spearmen have gone down. Magenta needs more Spearmen. Started stepping away with these archers. Got a couple of those pokey boys there. And now he's getting some good hits there. More of these Ghazi Riders are getting hit. Oh, and there's a spear brace. Managed to get that while he was running away. Sometimes I don't understand those spear braces, how they trigger, because that was definitely a movable order away. Sometimes it can trigger on the most random events, which can cause some massive issue for the higher cost cavalry. We have phalanx now being researched as well. Getting increased attack range is very useful. We got the exotic doggo trying to get some head pats from those villagers. Maybe he's hungry, he's asking for some of those berries. Battery ram has been pulled on the field. All 6 sides have been catched by yellow, and he still has in just 6 minutes remaining, so it's not actually a whole lot of time. The battery ram, of course, easy break over here. Yellow is going a bit risky over here. He's able to claim up these berries. And got the exotic doggo now biting these villagers as well. Really angry that he's not getting any head pats. We do now have these archers advancing forward, trying to get some good damage. Or now they are getting some good damage. And these villagers, since he hasn't hit them until right on top of them, we got actually no response. I was going to say it will minimize response time if he's rely on the audio cue. But those lose a massive group of villagers. That is a massive loss. Right now, Macheda's killed 7 villagers. Opponent has killed 2. Let's get a good spear brace there. Thanks to Phalanx, they have a really good, absurd range of the spear brace. It's actually a little bit deceptive how far it can reach. We do now have those Abbasid walls being set ablaze. This one's trying to be torched down. Archers getting overrun by these Ghazi riders. Magenta needs to start eyeing for those. The battery room needs to get on top of Sacred Site. It's the best squad for this at that moment for the time. Yellow's been making great gold income from the Sacred Site, so that will even out some of the villager deficit. More spear advance forward, trying to deal with these Ghazi riders. Let's get some good damage there. And the Sacred Site is being decaptured. We'll pause it. And a new age begun. Looks like Yellow has actually eyed for the next age. He's lacking a lot of villagers, that's for sure. He's 44 to 73, that's pretty large. Get here, massive spear brace there. And now the Sacred Site victory has been canceled. Magetta's doing a good job of running around. Magetta is pulling out ahead in military side as well, thanks to superior economy. If you look up here, yeah, he's like about 200 more food per minute, 1,000 more wood per minute, and he does have less gold income. But now I do have some lancers being put on the field. That's some heavy cab. He still has to deal with those spearmen though. Honestly, at this point in time, the Ghazi riders will still be just as useful versus those archers as well as lancers. Lancers, of course, are much more durable, but they're much more expensive. Oh, and these archers charge on forward, receive a lot of extra damage. There's spearmen now base forward. Let's lose some of the Ghazi riders. Now got a pair of relics being product on it in. He needs the extra gold income, that's for sure. Trying to go for more lancers. He needs golems. Or not golems, that's the other players. He needs just man-at-arms. Right now, man-at-arms would be excellent for his opponent's composition. Sure, archers can stutter step around, but they have high pierce armor. Ghazi riders and lancers trying to charge forward. Does receive a spear brace there. Phalanx is going to cause some massive issues. Scholars getting some good heals there on these lancers, but Yellow still is lacking a horse. He still does not have any man-at-arms to go to. Lancers are receiving a lot of good healing there. Scholars are being picked off now. And there's the man-at-arms. He's going for a battery ram now. These Sacred Sites are still capturing up. Magenta could send over a couple guys just to torch and go in. We've got a single spearman here though. Yellow is rotating his villagers around over to this wood line. He's afraid that this wood is under threat, which technically is. This scholar's trying to bring back a relic. He could potentially grab a scholar, grab a relic, and try conversion. At this point in time, Yellow just needs to go for more archers and man-at-arms. He does destroy the spirits. Magenta is nowhere near getting up to feudal age. There's the lancers hiding for that free battering ram. These forces now rotating on back. Maybe that was a misrally there. Gazi Riders getting chased out of town by those spearmen. Walls have not been built just yet, and going for these berries. And spear braces did come forward, I believe. Let's get some good damage there. Does take out the battering ram there with the Lancer charge. He does have better archery, so they do 8 damage each, while these archers still just do 6. And have left south. Lancer's now charging forward, trying to overrun these archers. Spearman gains a good damage there, taking out a good number of these Lancers here. Just Gazi Riders and Lancers. Getting some good hits there, trying to interrupt those villagers. And exotic doggos in the mix as well. Most of these spearmen are down. Man-at-arms pursue the spearmen. The Lancers need to pursue those archers. Now got the economic ring on the research queue for the Abbasid Dynasty player. And looks like this force does win out over here. With the economic wing research, he will have access to the composite bow and the agricultural research. Archers getting some damage on in. Man-at-arms getting some torches. Good damage there. Yellow does not have a whole lot of archers at the moment. Up north, these Gazi Riders and Lancer does fall back with the Spearmen. This is going falling back. Economic wing still 30 seconds still completed. That's going to go to the number of man-at-arms. In general, Abbasid Dynasty is a little bit vulnerable to man-at-arms. Their man-at-arms is less effective versus armored targets. The Camel Riders, of course, more specialized versus cavalry or spearmen, depending which camel you're talking about. Overall, man-at-arms does provide a good threat to his opponent, but of course, you can always deploy out some crossbows. As far as on advance on forward, you have a good number of archer ranges here that could be torched down. Let's get some good damage there, take out a couple of those villagers. Trying to stall out for these research, trying to get composite bow as well. That's a powerful upgrade he needs to get. As well as the embedded archer research. Gains good damage for these Lancers, but they have 6 pierce armor, and the 6 damage is simply far from enough. Gazi Riders getting hit as well. Good Spearman base forward. Spearman in good position there. Spearman just need to patch just a move forward. Right now, he's just taking a lot of damage there. The Spearman could get some great damage from those Lancers. Pouncers are just firing away, having trouble with these man-at-arms. And there's Venom Armor, Spearman and Venom Archer Research. Composite Boldness on the way, plus 1 Pierce damage still on the build queue as well. Now that's complete. Composite Boldness is next. Now these Archers up to 9 damage, which is significantly higher than the 6 damage they were at before. Now they can do actual damage versus the Lancers. Now we've got these Spearman advance forward, getting some good damage on in. Archers firing away with the Composite Bolt. They have a really high rate of fire. Now Yellow's armor should be cleaned on up thanks to the research he stalled out for. Magenta still has a superior number of villagers as well, though this gold deposit is all running dry. Yellow's been maintaining 2 of these secret sites captured as well. Did not recapture that far one. Berries being cleaned up across the map, which is very good, and Spearman and Alpha try to decapture this point. These villagers are eyeing for an outpost in the mill right there. This villager will go down, however. He also has a handful of forces here, slowly being picked on off. And the rest of these forces will be cleaned on up. forces do get cleaned on up. Couple torches there on that mill. Looks like he cleaned up all the berries. Yellows are spread across the entire map. Magenta could hit those locations. He probably should eye for these sacred sites, fighting his opponent additional 250 gold per minute, which is a significant amount. You got more torches over here. Knights are now seeing a bit of fire there. Let's get some super braces on those handful of Lancers. We'll slow them down. Spearman gets some good damage there, but most Lancers are down. Just looks like one remaining. Man, so close up for the Spores, getting out some more hack damage for the Abbasid Dynasty player. It does have some crossbows now mixed on in to hit these man-at-arms. None of these man-at-arms are getting whittled down. Also got some golems here. They do have 2 attack. 11 and 16 damage attack. Now we got a keep here, and Yellow has reclaimed all the secret sites there. We got this keep has will deny this food deposit. Of course, now there's berry bushes here. We'll find some extra food for his opponent. His outpost should just be cancelled. No, slowly going down. Second side. There we go. There is a breach right there from decapture it. This area has been re-walled up, and Magenta's not eyeing for these walls as well. We got a single Mangonel here. Finds the baller there. Gives some good damage. Takes on 4. Spearman charging forward, trying to deal with that Mangonel. Does take out the Mangonel there, and Yellow backs out the game. This is Adam Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.